Hey, what's going on guys? Mutt Sniper here. Welcome back to another Madden 17 Ultimate Team Sniping video, guys. Today, we are back for episode 2 of Filter or Flop. You guys really seemed to like that video yesterday, and I had a really fun time recording it, and I already got some good filter suggestions from you guys, so we're going to be going ahead and trying out a couple of these today. But before we get into that, just to show that you guys are still wanting to see more of the series, if you could all go down below the video right now and drop a like on it, that'd be much appreciated. I think we hit about 200 likes within the first day on that last video, which is insane. Let's just aim for another 150 likes on this episode. If we could hit that, that would be amazing, guys. And as usual, guys, if you have any suggestions at all for, filters that I could use in the upcoming episodes of this series, be sure to drop those suggestions down in the comment section down below. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into this first filter. It's coming from a man named Chilled Gaming, and he suggested that we go to type all players, we set the quality to elite, and then we type the letter O and then just filter through a couple different teams. So we just toss the letter O in there, and it looks like the teams he recommended are the top 5 teams. I'm not sure if that means the first 5 teams. Not exactly sure what he means by that. But he said Bengals, Bears, and Cowboys are his favorite. So we'll make sure to at least check out those 3, and then maybe we'll check out a couple teams of our own choosing. So let's go ahead. First off, let's set this thing to Team Bears, and let's kind of check out the volume here. So good volume, actually. This first one only been out for about 10 seconds. This one here only been out for about 20 seconds or so, and I think that one might already be a snipe. I don't want to jump on it. I can't find an almost for anywhere near that price, so I guess we'll actually grab that. We keep getting lucky. Every time I pop on one of these filters, like the first card I see is a snipe. Now, obviously, I don't know these prices too well, so I could have got played. We are checking Mudhead right now just to make sure. No, Mudhead is saying these things go for 10K, and I'm looking at it, and it consistently sells for 10K. So right off the bat there, that's going to be a, what is that, 2.3 thousand coin snipe, and we hadn't even learned about the filter at all yet, which is crazy. So boom, we'll toss that guy up for 10K. That's kind of crazy. By the way, during this video there might be a lot of auctions sold, and they're not going to be cards that I'm buying in this video. The reason that's going to be happening is because I have like 10 other cards up on the auction house right now, just because I have been trying to really overprice stuff when I was sniping earlier today, and so naturally I've had to put up things like an extra 2 or 3 times, and so I finally now lowered it to more reasonable overprices so that they actually start to sell. Yeah, the good thing is, after I was sniping for like an hour or so earlier today, just for my own fun as opposed for a video, I think I'm like well over 1 million coins again. Anyway, that's a great way to show off this filter to first start. I wanted to show you guys, I'll keep this going like live on camera, and then we'll get into the highlights. But these are the other teams he suggested, because he said Bengals and Cowboys as well, I believe. Looks like the volume for Bengals is going to be too much, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to do anything there. Let's check the Cowboys though. 59 minutes, that's been up for about 13 seconds. I think the Cowboys are going to be a pass too. So if his favorite Bears and Cowboys are the ones to watch out, I'm going to go ahead, and while I'm getting my highlights for this, if I find any other teams that I think are good for this filter, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And then after I get a little bit more of a feel for this filter, I'll go ahead and deliver my verdict on whether I believe this is a filter or a flop. By the way, for this episode, we are going to be going over 2 filters. I think that's going to be the format I do for all my episodes. I was originally thinking about doing 3 or 4 for each episode, but I think that's just going to be too much, and it's not going to give me enough time to really dedicate the time to each filter that, I really should. But yeah, anyway, enough rambling about my grievances. Let's get some highlights for this filter. Well, this will actually be a decent snipe here. This Brandon Williams, I just checked Mudhead, goes for about 20K pretty consistently. We found him up here for 16K when I put the team to the Ravens. So that's a pretty easy 2,000 coin snipe right there. I'm not going to add the Ravens as a team that I think you should use with this filter though. The volume's just not high enough. I kind of just got lucky finding that card there. Alright, so I got this nailed down to 5 teams that I think you should filter through if you're going to go ahead and use this filter. First one being the Bears, like he said. The next 3 being the Colts, Cowboys, and Dolphins. They are all in a row there. And then the final one being the Vikings. So those are the 5 teams that I'm going to be filtering through for this little, I guess, filter review or filter or flop video. Ooh, Howard for 21.25. That's going to be a good one. So that's actually a pretty big snipe right there. This card goes at 30K almost exactly all day. Just because I like to put it up for a little bit more than it's worth now, though, because they have been selling for me recently. I'm going to put it up at 30,500, and if that sells, that should be about, I think, 6,000 coins in profit, which is pretty dang good when you pay 20,000 coins for a card. By the way, this is a really good filter to start out with if you're a beginner, because there's a lot of cheap cards in this filter, and there's not that many cards to learn either. So, you know, if you're trying to learn prices of cards, just starting out with these 5 teams is a really good idea. And even if you only have like 50,000 coins, you can still pick up a lot of these cards. Alright, we're going to grab this Bob Sanders only because one sold 1 minute ago for 38,500. They were really only going for like 30,000 20 minutes ago, but literally just in the past minute, one has sold for 36,000, another one has sold for that 38,500. So I'm pretty confident we can try to get 37 out of this. I'm hoping it'll sell fast. I'm not going to try and price it like the 38.5 though, because I want that to sell quickly because I'm kind of nervous it might go down in value again. Although just looking through them here, it looks like most of them are up for either 40,000 or more right now, so that makes me feel better about my price. Not sure why everyone's suddenly putting it up for a lot more, but hey, if I can make, what, like 4,000 or 5,000 coins on it, I'll take it, man. You know what, guys? I'm going to have to actually scratch the Vikings and instead go with the Texans for the 5th team. The Vikings filter is really just too much of a spam of like the same 2 cards over and over again, and so I like this Texans filter a little bit better because there's a little bit more variety in it. Oh, wow, this card for 2,300 is a really good one, and we got it. Goes for about 6,000 pretty consistently, so we'll obviously go ahead, put it up at 6,000, and I think we make, what is that, 3,000 coins if that sells, so that'd be really nice. Ooh, Alshon Jeffrey for 2,000 coins, and we got it. So obviously not a card that sells for a lot of coins, but I think I can pretty easily get about like 5.2k out of it, which after that sells is about, what is that, 2.7 thousand coins in profit, 2.6, 2.7. Alright, I'm grabbing this thing. It might be a mistake, but we're going to go for it. The reason I say that is he was just selling it like 70,000 coins not too long ago, but it looks like right now he's only selling it like 58. I think worst case scenario though, he'll like be down in price tonight and then he'll just bounce right back up tomorrow morning. So I'm going to put him up at 70,000 coins exactly, and if he doesn't sell it in the first hour, I'm just going to put him up at the exact same price of 70,000 coins, but I'm just going to leave him up for 8 hours and then hope his price bounces up overnight. Well, this is a really good one right here if I can pick this up. Heck yes, dude. Wow, 89,000 for that is kind of crazy, guys. Realistically, it sold for about 125,000 a lot of times today. It's even sold for a lot more than that today. I don't think those are really as realistic of a price for it. Man, I don't know, though. I mean, this card sells a lot, even at like 140,000. Like 1 hour ago, 149,000. I think I'm going to go like 142,000 on this. I'm not really sure if it sells at this. If it does, that leaves me with like, I think 40,000 coins in profit. So I'll let you guys know in a future video, or maybe if it sells before the end of this video. I don't think it will, but if it somehow does, I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. But I think worst case scenario, I have to put it up for like 120,000, and that's like worst case scenario. And even in that situation, I still make like 19,000 coins. So no matter what, that was like an insanely good snipe right there. And yeah, so with that, I'm totally comfortable giving this filter the stamp of approval. Got really good variety between, you know, some cheap players and some expensive players. There's enough teams you can use where it keeps it so the filter stays interesting and doesn't get boring. Overall, this is just like really a great filter. Like I might actually use this in just some regular sniping videos coming up. I really like this filter. With that being said, let's go ahead and move right on to our next filter, guys. This next one is coming in from Gary Miller. He said, Campus Heroes, all elite players. Pretty simple filter here. Set the quality to elite, type to all players, program to Campus Heroes. I actually don't even think these two are necessary. Let's go ahead and check. Yeah, elite's not necessary because all the Campus Heroes are elite, and I don't think there's any collectibles even for it. So yeah, all you really have to do is set your program to Campus Heroes. So I guess really we're just going to be sniping these different Campus Hero players. I'm not really too sure if this one's going to work. I guess we'll go ahead and find out. I'll sit here and see if I can get some highlights for you guys. So right away I could tell that this filter just doesn't really have enough volume to be one that you kind of just spam refresh. So what I've gone ahead and done is kind of did a similar modification that I did to yesterday's one where we had the most feared and then we added Ghosts of Madden. With this one, I'm thinking you do Campus Heroes as well as the Motivators. Because even though Motivators doesn't really have a super high volume either, there's still enough between these two, I think, to maybe get something going. I'm not saying this is a filter yet, though, because even with these two combined, I'm not sure if it's going to work. Well, I'll grab this Marcel Reese right here. One of those cards that kind of just seems to be all over the place when it comes to price. I think realistically, though, I actually could get 60,000 coins out of him. So that's what we're going to put him up for, which would leave us with a profit of about 10,000 coins almost, I think. So bang, we are going to put him up for exactly 60,000 coins. Oh wow, I just skipped past it because I was thinking a lot of those were the auctions I had up from earlier, but the Tony Dorsett actually did end up selling already. I didn't have to even put it up again. So I think I can get 60k for Reese. Pretty much every single one that I'm seeing right now is up for 60k, which makes me more confident in that. So that was a pretty good snipe there. I think we bought it for 43 or 44. Let me actually, I'll check Mudhead. I'll update Mudhead and see. Update now. So I bought it for 44,000, so we will make exactly 10,000 coins on that if it sells the first time. Alright, sorry Gary Miller, but I'm going to have to call it on this filter here. This one's a flop. I put in the time for it, and I just can't really hit anything. We did have that one, like, potentially 10,000 coin snipe right there at the beginning, but since then, I just can't hit anything. I think the problem is a combination of there not really being enough volume, but just people also knowing the price of these cards if they have them, I guess, because they just pretty much always go up for the price that they're worth. Alright, so with that, I guess we've gone ahead and covered 2 filters. That's going to be the end of the episode, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you haven't already and you did enjoy the video, be sure to put a like on it. Subscribe if you're new to this channel. Comment down below any suggestions for filters that you have for future episodes. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.